What are the politics of World War III? Well, I broke it down a little bit in my previous video. First of all, uh, you've been lied to. Our countries are not countries, they are run by religious principalities. That's the basis of what you have to understand, is that, like, if you're in a Christian country, then you're in a country that's run by the Christians. If you're in a Jewish country, you're in a country that's run by the Jews. If you're a Palestinian or you're a Muslim, you're in a country that's run by the Muslims, and it goes on like that. And the only exception to the rules that, like, countries like Russia are not run by this one world government. That's basically what you have to know. And what you have to know is that right now, these three nations are about to go to war with each other. These three big, huge nations, they're about to go to war with each other. And you're about to see these countries take sides with basically the majority of their population. Like, if you're mostly a Christian orientated population, then they're going to team up with the Christians. If you're mostly a Jewish run principality, they're gonna team up with all the Jews. If you're mostly a or a Muslim run country, they're gonna all team up with the Muslims. And it's like this big cataclysm of the three main world powers going to war with each other because they can't decide and play friendly with each other. Now, I said in my previous video, one of my previous videos, that the Jewish community was the head of the quote-unquote world government, and that's because they are. And I know that's like a weird thing to say. That's like a conspiracy brain thing to say, that the Jewish people are at the head of the one world government, but that's because it's true. The Jewish people are at the head of the one world government. They basically run the world. Yes, I realize that means that every white nationalist that's ever, like, complained about the Jews is like entirely entitled to their ideals. But it's like it's getting even worse than that, because right now the Jewish community is being run by Nazis. The Nazis have literally infiltrated the Jewish community in order to attempt an insurrection the likes of which the world has never seen. It's like an attempt at a new world order, I guess you would call it. The Nazis, the reason that they're doing this is because they inevitably believe that their ideology is better than anybody else's ideology has ever been, and they've decided that they're going to kill off anybody who doesn't agree with them. They've decided that it's almost like an episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., like Hail Hydra. Like, everybody's about to come out as a hidden Nazi, and they're about to put down everybody that they've ever come across that doesn't believe in their ideology. It's literally going to be one of those situations where it's like your next door neighbor that you never knew was a hidden Nazi is going to come out as a Nazi. These people are, like, literally trying to put us on the brink of war, and in such a way that the world never recovers. It's like part of their plans have not been going to fruition. They haven't been squeezing the population out the way that they want to, and because they haven't been squeezing out the population how they want to, they are now attempting an insurrection the likes of which the world has never seen. They've literally taken control of the one world government's capital, and they are attempting an insurrection in which people have never seen before. Now, how do I know this? Like, this is the politics of the entire world. How do I know these things? Well, number one, I study politics. I've studied politics for a long time. It's a study of how, in essence, how different, if you want to put it simply, if you want to understand politics, all you have to understand is that it's the study of how groups group together and work together towards a common goal. And right now, the main quote unquote gangsters in this community are the Christian community, the Muslim community, and the Jewish community. And they're at odds with each other right now. Mostly, for the most part, the Christians and the Jews work together, which is why you see the United States has a lot of support for Israel as opposed to Palestine, because we're mostly a Christian nation. But in essence, what it's coming down to is there's being a purge of everybody and anybody who doesn't believe in these ideologies. And it's not bad enough that, because let me put it this way, the Muslim community does not have that great of an ideology. They are a group of conquerors, mostly. They believe that one day Islam will rise up and conquer Earth. But it gets deeper than that, because, like I keep on saying, right now the Jews are literally, or the Nazis are literally in control of the Jewish nation. So it's like Hitler versus slightly less Hitler, if you want to put it that way. And that's why we're on the brink of World War III. I know these are really weird concepts to grasp. I have to tell somebody about it, because I've been witnessing it going down for like literally years and years, and nobody's doing anything about it, except for there is hope, but I can't talk about that right now. I can't. Just know that there are people who are fighting on your behalf. It's not going to go down as simple and clean as they think. Right now, the enemy, or the enemies, have no idea who we are, and they are not going to get away with what they're trying to put down. We are not going to let them get away with it. There's a resistance of the empires, and that's like the most I can talk about it. But basically, all I can say is that these people are not going to get away with this genocide that they're trying to put down right now. Peace.